What it do, Mike Go crew? You already know, baby. It's your boy Mugzy back up in this thing, man. Yup, we out here on our daily walks, trying to enjoy this weather, man. It's a fucking beautiful one today. And when I say beautiful, man, hold on, let me show you something right quick. I don't even know if you can see it. You see them clouds in the background there, man? It's like walking into a painting. I swear. Anyways, I gotta turn back around. We headed this way. I got a little special place for you today out in nature. It's a beautiful one. We got to take advantage of it. You feel me? All right, let's get after it, man. All right, all right, all right. We made it. We made it to Greenport. Everybody, check it out. Today we're going to be doing the Stockport Greenport Trail. I'll put some photos up there so you can take a look at the trail if you're ever in this area. Wonderful place to come and walk, man. They've got quite the scenic route. You're going to see today. All right, let's get after it, man. Mission report. Yeah, today might be story time. Matter of fact, today I might drop some lore. You feel me? About Mugsy's life. You know, you all see these posts that I put up there with what seems to be medical equipment in my spine. I'll let you know when we get down there, when we get to that real nice spot. You know, the deets and everything that happened. You know, really, it changed my life. And I thought at first for the worst, but actually, the change of trajectory was quite astonishing. Helped me to slow down quite a bit, man. For real. Anyway, let's get some of these steps in. We'll get back to it later. All right, Myco crew. Mission report. Figured we'd slow down a little bit today. Get into why I started creating content. Started this channel, Facebook, YouTube. It's because I wanted to give back to the community, man. Wanted to give back to y'all. My story is a rough one, just like everybody else's. Everybody got a story, you know. Everybody got a background. Everybody's just different. Mine, man, I used to live fast. Boy, never used to think about anything ever. Was just a get up and do kind of man, you know. But I'm hoping the mission for this channel is to maybe reach one of you guys out there. Yeah, you in the back, specifically talking to you. For those that are just feeling down, man, stuck in a rut, you know, thinking that life's against them, their friends are against them, you know, some of that cosmic karma type stuff, whatever you believe in. It's not. I'll be the one to tell you the truth. It's not. Life is not out to get you, man. You know what's out to get you? Yourself. Yourself. All day. There's one thing that Mama Dukes taught me, man. She said this to me when I was younger, was mixed up in the wrong crowds and whatnot. And it never dawned on me until I got much older. Yeah, man. That little message that she bestowed upon me makes a lot of sense now. She said, "You are your own worst critic. You are your own worst enemy." It all starts up in here and really shines in here, man. You got to learn to quiet all those voices, especially those external social voices. You know what I mean? You got to learn to reconnect with the soul, with who you truly are. Like my real name, my government, is Adam. That's the name that my parents gave to me when I was first born, right? But who is that person on the inside that can observe those thoughts, some of those ill-mannered thoughts, some of those good and kind thoughts. Doesn't really matter what kind of thoughts, but who is that person observing upstairs on the inside? Your soul, man. You know what's crazy? Ain't none of us have names for our souls. Anyway, that's for another time. But yeah, man, I think the mission of this channel is to try and reach those that are having a hard time reaching themselves. For those that have had to start over again and again, man. The amount of times I've had to start over, sheesh, boy, don't get me started. My lord, man. But it's okay because I learned a lot of different things, picked up a lot of different traits that have helped me become a real, genuine man. You know, someone who shows up on time, very punctual, someone who means what they say, someone who follows through. And that can be hard these days, man. Life is super busy, super busy. But, anyways, let's get back to these steps. I have another spot I want to show you, and then we'll get to story time if y'all want to hear it. I love telling stories, but boy, ADHD brain, I be going off on so many different tangents. That's why I just had to stop and edit this real quick. Anyways, let's head to the next spot and I'll get into it. Who's ready for me to drop some lore, baby? All right, once again, time to get serious. It's back in 2019. I was just starting up my own business, A&A Contracting. Sheetrocking, taping, finish work, roofing, garage ceiling, you name it. I did it, worked in kitchens and whatnot. But anyway, year was 2019. I'll never forget this. It was the date of my firstborn's third birthday, January 21st. Anyway, I was in Connecticut on 15 South, just outside Bridgeport. Was in between stores, was delivering for Rite Aid as a second job while I was getting my business started. And I was paying attention, but probably not as much as I should have been. I was getting back on 15 South after leaving the store that I was just delivering for. And I was on an on ramp. What do you do on an on ramp, everybody? What do? You speed up to merge with through traffic, right? The traffic's coming from behind you. So you have to speed up. You don't want to get smoked because you're going too slow like a turtle pulling out into through traffic, right? Nobody wants that. Shit. So what did I do? I sped up. I was doing roughly, I want to say about 30, 35 miles an hour. I had just started picking up speed. But it was busy that day. It was busy on the thruway that day, man. So busy. And it had just snowed. So they had just cleared the road. So icy conditions. But it was midday. So you think, the salt would have melted the ice by then, right? All that black ice. No, no, it didn't. But anyways, this guy in front of me was on his phone. I didn't know that he was on his phone. He tried to merge, but realized because he was on his phone that he wasn't going to be able to merge. So what did he do? He locked up his brakes. Once again, we're on an on ramp. Everybody's accelerating, or should be. Mind you, no, there was not a stop sign nor a yield sign. Don't ask me. I feel that there should have been, but there wasn't. This guy locked up his brakes. So what did I do? Well, I know how to drive. You're not supposed to lock up your brakes, especially in those kind of conditions. Well, when you're on an on ramp and you're trying to speed up to merge with through traffic, you got to do what you got to do. I was too close. I want to say I was maybe a full car length behind him. That's not much speed, or that's not much distance. Excuse me. At 30, 35 miles an hour, locked up my brakes. Boy, I almost missed him, but I clipped him with the front right headlamp of the vehicle. It was enough to spit me out into through traffic. I was then proceeded to be smoked from behind by three more cars, an X6, an X5, and another BMW. I don't recall. I don't remember. A little bit of short-term memory after all of that happened. But I was hit at about 65, 70 miles an hour, man. Mm, 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 mm. Boy, the moment that I was hit after I was spit out, the moment I was hit at about 70 miles an hour from that first, I think the first car to hit me was the X6 BMW SUV. It's like the lights went out, just like that. But you know what the weird part is? Is I still had sound. I still had feeling like of where I was in space, but it was all jumbled up. It felt like I was doing flips and turns and all this stuff. Thank God I didn't. The car didn't flip over. It stayed upright, but I got hit so hard that I slid about 500 feet up and to the left. I crossed all the lanes. It was terrible, terrible experience. But yeah, man, while the lights were off, it felt like I was flipping, tumbling like I was in a fucking dryer, bro. It was bad. It was bad. I couldn't tell you how long it took for my sight to come back, but when it started to come back, it was real hazy, just like you see in the cinemas. You know what I'm saying? When somebody gets knocked out and they're coming to, that's literally what it was like. It real fuzzy. Had a little bit of a ringing in my ears, maybe some tinnitus, right? Who knows? CTE? Who knows? That when I got to the hospital, they didn't check. What they were most concerned about was my broken spine. Well, another a story for another time. I got harassed when I was just coming to. I got harassed by the first cop that had showed up on the scene. Asked me, "What the fuck are you doing?" Oh, New York driver. Of course this happened today. Oh well, somebody was upset. Somebody pissed in his Wheaties. Wouldn't you think the first thing you would ask is, "Hey, you all right?" What are you gonna do? Anyway, got to the hospital and it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. And at first they couldn't do surgery. I had to wait and heal a little bit. But what resulted from that car accident was compression fractures, T7 to T10. I had some vertebral wedging going on, which there was stress fractures in all of those uh, vertebral wedgings. It was bad, man. It was bad. But little insider anecdote. I was born with a rare disease or disorder. It's called Schwarman's kyphosis. I'm not sure. Everybody seems to know about scoliosis, but less about kyphosis. It's the same thing, curvature of the spine, except so scoliosis is going to be front to back, right? A curvature of a certain amount of degrees from front to back. Kyphosis is from side to side. So I had a bit of that going on. But I'm pretty sure having that, having been born with that, exacerbated what happened in that car accident. But yeah, man, yeah, man, it taught me to slow down a lot. I mean, it wasn't even like I was going fast, but it taught me to slow down in many different ways. You know, I'm getting closer with my daughter. Before I had my second daughter, my first daughter's name is Ariella. Beautiful little soul, man. Boy, I love them with all my heart. But anyways, that's enough now for story time. Anybody have any questions? You know, feel free to leave a like, comment. I'll get back to you as quick as I can, man. We got more steps to get. We got to get these steps in. But before we do that, you see this, right? You see this. Man, I got these all day in my back pocket. Just something about nature, right? When you're out there, feeling connected to Mother Earth, man. This is where I feel most at home. Is out here. Nobody to bother you. Beautiful scenery. Surreal peace and quiet. It's nice, man. Get you some of that before we get going.